If you can see it, then you can have it. You know, this is a very, very important thing to understand. And this is what I have found most important when it comes to the concept of clarity. And that's why I want to just embody the word clarity for me in my life. Because what I've noticed is that once you have the clarity for getting what you want, then the whole process is easy. You've won the battle. If you can get that clarity as to what you need to do, and you know that if you just keep on doing these things consistently every day, that you will end up somewhere that you want to go. A large amount of this is having faith in this process of self-investment processes. So many people will just stop and think they can't have it because they can't see it. But they need to understand that seeing something is the process of acquiring the thing itself. You don't just immediately see the whole A to Z path. Otherwise, you would probably already have it. Those things in life are things that come easy. And so, when you want something that is new, when you want something that is difficult to acquire, you're not going to be able to see it easily. That's the point. It's a target that you can't even see yet. And they say genius is being able to hit a target that nobody can see, not even you. But eventually, as you go through this process of taking time, sit the fuck down and think about your vision. Sit the fuck down and actually journal, do research, do what's called small bets, doing small projects where you can test out your passion for things. As you gain more experience, the path will reveal itself. And one of the coolest things I've realized is that the biggest motivator for me is just having the clarity of being able to see, like, if I can just do all this stuff, I will get there. And that's what I want for you. I want you to have so much clarity in your life that you can see the big picture of how it's all going to work out. Yeah, you know, the minor details on the microscopic scale, those are going to still be unknown. But on the macro scale, you're going to be able to know that. And that's all you need in order to get where you want to go. It is imperative, it is vital to be spending so much time clarifying your vision. People will spend more time figuring out how to plan their birthday or what they want on their Christmas list. They'll spend more time figuring out what they want for a Christmas list than figuring out what they want out of their life, let alone a strategy on how to get it. In which I have come to a conclusion that if you're really serious about living a life that you won't regret, you have to do at least 100 hours a year of personal, independent contemplation towards actualizing your vision and clarifying it. Clarifying your strategy, clarifying what you want, clarifying it all the time. This is 2 hours a week of strategizing and planning out your days with what you got, such that you can move the needle just a little bit more every single day. And I realized, even for myself, I need this rule to be implemented. I need this rule for myself, 100 hours a year, just towards clarifying my vision and clarifying my life purpose, such that I know for sure that my actions are completely aligned with my path in the correct manner. And this is what it takes. If you really want to focus your efforts well, you need to take time to figure out how to focus them such that you're most productive with your time. Same thing is going when it comes to scheduling your day. You have to take some time out of your day to schedule the rest of the day and the rest of the week. And that time, that small investment of time, will make all of your other time way more productive. As a rule of thumb, the more that you focus, the more that you schedule, the higher your output will be. And the more that you focus yourself on the correct path, the more you will move the needle. If you really want to get on your life purpose, actualize things, then you need to take the time to develop that clarity. And with that clarity, if you can see it, you can have it. But I'm not just saying seeing the goal. I'm saying seeing the process that you need to undertake to actually get you there. Seeing what emotionally difficult decisions you will have to take in every step of the way. That is seeing it. When you can see that, then you can get what you want. Because now you're seeing that path from A to Z, but you have to put in the work to develop that clarity. No one else is going to do this for you. And if it's already done, then most people will have had it, or attained it, or is in the work of attaining it, and therefore it's very highly competitive, and it might not be worth achieving for you. And if it is, then you're going to find a way to make it work for you, even if it's competitive. I think about the fields that I want to go to. Any field that's worth going into is going to be highly competitive, unless you're a true visionary and you can see a whole field that nobody else can even see. Then you're on your way to becoming a very valuable individual. But for the many that want to just do something that a lot of people have known already, you're going to have to take so much time to figure out your strategy, your individual technique, how you're going to get there with the cards that you were dealt. That's the challenge. We're all in a maze, but we are dropped in different parts of it. We are dropped with, and we have different handicaps, we have different strengths, we have different weaknesses, different traumas, different mindsets, different indoctrinations, different ways of being raised. That all comes into play here in the maze that is your life. So And it's completely attuned to you. Nobody else is going to be able to necessarily figure out your life better than you can. Don't get me wrong. You can get a life coach and that can give you an ultimate amount of clarity. That's great. But it's up to you on whether or not you're going to put in that daily work to actualize that clarity you got. So if you're not motivated in attaining your goals, it's likely because you haven't developed enough clarity where you can actually see yourself going through that process. You know, if you are having a hard time even seeing yourself going through the process, then you haven't developed the clarity on how you're going to work yourself up to that caliber. It's simple as that. How are you going to inch yourself closer to that caliber, to that performance? You know, I think about how I am now speaking on this video every single day. So I'm speaking at a rate where I can upload one video every single day, because I know that I need to practice my speaking. But it didn't start here. I knew I wanted to get to this point, but I was scared to upload my videos and have my face public on the internet for various reasons. So I had to work through that. I had to be like, all right, well, I still need to get that practice in. So how the hell am I going to get this done? Well, let's just start these practice routines where I can just make these videos and not even upload them publicly. I'll just upload them privately. And that's what I did. On this channel right now, there is over 120 videos that are unlisted, that are private. Before I made my first video public on this channel, I've already put over 100 reps in, because I needed to find a way on how to work myself up to it. I knew I needed to find a way to work myself up to it, you know, because I want to become a great speaker. And so for me, in that clarity process, I was like, well, shit, like I need to do something to keep on getting myself experience. So this is my outlet. You know, I think about like, I want to have a very fit body. It was like, well, shit, let's figure out a way where I can work out every day. So for me, I committed to doing workouts that I can do at home. Nothing that's in the gym. Finding your own path, finding your own ways. You know, for me, I want to pave a path for myself such that I can focus on massive amounts of reading, massive amounts of time on writing my book, all this stuff. So I have to figure out ways on how to do this. And I actually took the time and really thought through, like, how the hell can I make this work? I think people get stumped on how to take their next step instead of just taking some action, seeing if it works, and then tweaking it along the way. Other than, because what a lot of people will do is that they'll not be able to figure out how to take their next step, and then they'll just stagnate and not do anything. But then, where's all that time that you would be taking to take that next step? Where's that time going? It's going to go towards something that's not productive, that's not going to make you move the needle, that's not going to, it can be a vice even as well, that's not going to be adding to your life. Use that time. Make a decision in your mind right now that you're going to dedicate X amount of time every single day or every single week towards actualizing your vision. And if you don't even know what the hell that thing is to be doing, then you spend that time developing that clarity on figuring out what the next step is to take, rather than just being like, I don't know what to do. And so as you gain more clarity and as you take more action, you'll gain more clarity from the action. It goes both ways. you'll study a bunch of theory, and then you'll put it into practice. And then you'll do some practice, and then that will inform your theory. So it's not about whether or not you can or can't do it. It's whether or not you can develop the clarity on figuring out how. That's the only difference here. It's a difference of information. And with today's world, the playing field is very leveled. It's really a matter of how much your intent, how much do you want it, how much time do you want to put towards figuring it out, how much time are you going to put towards networking with the right people, getting yourself in those groups, who are people that have what you want, you can talk to them. How much are you committed to this? Are you giving yourself a life sentence towards this life that you want, that you need? Think about that. So if you can have the clarity, you can have it. So get to work on developing the clarity you need to create your best life. All right? See you in the next one.